Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to ESPN Wide World of Sports. So, you guys may have remembered a couple years ago, I attempted a 10K during the Walt Disney World Marathon, and it didn't exactly go according to plan. Since then, I have lost well over 100 pounds, so I figured why not go ahead and give things a little bit of a try, but kind of at a reduced pace, if you know what I mean. So this weekend is Wine and Dine weekend for the Run Disney stuff, and we're going to be doing a 5K. This is my first time doing a 5K for Run Disney. Obviously, I attempted a 10K and failed miserably at it, but we're going to go ahead and ease ourselves back into things. So we're going to do a 5K this weekend, and then later on in the Run Disney season, we're going to do a 10K. So we're here at Wide World of Sports today to check out the expo, to get our bibs, get ourselves checked in and everything. And this video is just going to be me showing you my experience. So let's go ahead and get things started. It should be worth noting that today is the first day of the expo and the first official race is tomorrow. So today is going to be the busiest day of the expo because everybody's going to try and be here to get their stuff before everything starts tomorrow. So the first thing we're going to be doing right now is heading on inside the merchandise hall. This is going to be one of the most popular places to visit because Run Disney merch is extremely popular, and in order to get into the merchandise hall, you need a virtual queue. So make sure you guys are up nice and early to sign up for the virtual queue, and once your group is called, you'll be able to enter the merchandise hall. And I will say the earlier you get into the merchandise hall, the better, because stuff does tend to sell out, especially on the first day. So just be aware of that. Here's a quick look at all the Run Disney Brooks shoes that they have for sale. Some of these we've seen at previous events, and then they do have a few new ones. These are all the existing ones. They got many over here. And then they have some new ones. These are the new Epcot shoes. These are really nice. I love these so much. And then brand new for Wine and Dine, we also have Stitch shoes. And you can see the glass is shattered and there's a bunch of trash everywhere. There's footprints leading up to it. That's very cute. Look at him. Now, if I were more of a runner and if I actually had $150 to spend, I would totally buy me a pair of those shoes because they're really cool. I really like the Stitch and Epcot ones, but I'm not really going to get too much use out of it other than just walking around the parks or cruise ships, so we're going to go ahead and pass on those. It is a little bit of organized chaos over here if you guys are wanting to buy shoes. So over here is the shoe try-on. So if you do want to buy shoes and you haven't tried them on, you can do so over here with some, like, examples, and then you come over here and fill out an order form and then go inside. And ladies and gentlemen, let the chaos begin. It is people everywhere going crazy for merch. Look at everyone over there with their piles of merch. They're going through it. There do be a lot of resellers here. I will say every single race season on the very first day, there are resellers galore, just grabbing as much stuff as they can to sell online. So you'll see people with piles upon piles of merchandise items. It's crazy. So I'm obviously not going to show you guys every single little bit of merchandise, but just about everything is going to have the same basic Wine and Dine design. So you can see we have all the race characters over here based off the different themes of the races. This is, what is this, a fanny pack? Looks like a fanny pack. We also have our Wine and Dine Spirit jerseys. These are going to be very popular. Here's the fronts with all the different character themes on it. And then we have the design on the back. You can see they have these Wine and Dine, what are these? Are these corkscrews? No, yeah, they are corkscrews. Look at that. Wine and Dine corkscrews. I like that it has a handle. That's really cool. So they have Wine and Dine ears, but these ones are a little different. So you can see they're pretty bland right now, but they come with patches. So each race has a different patch, and you can put the patches on the ears however you want. So that's really cool, a little unique. I'm happy that they're not selling the patches individually because that would have been a real bummer, but still, it's really interesting. And because Wine and Dine is in theme with Disney's Food and Wine Festival, they are selling some wine glasses. It's really cool. It is just crazy to stand by and just observe people doing their shopping. A lot of people are running around just splitting off and dividing and conquering, grabbing different pieces of merchandise. It's because we all know that stuff will sell out. So this section over here is going to be like the individual race merchandise. So not only do they have overall Wine and Dine merchandise, but they also have merchandise for each individual race, the 5K, the 10K, and the half marathon. I think that's all the races that there are. But yeah, it is it's an absolute madhouse. So for example, I'm going to be doing the Wine and Dine 5K. They do have 5K finisher shirts saying I did it. These are the women's cuts over here and the men's are somewhere off in that direction. I'm not going to be purchasing any of these right now. You do get a shirt automatically included with your 5K or whatever race sign up. So I am going to be having one. It's just not going to say I did it. These magnets over here are very popular. These typically tend to sell out because everyone grabs one to like hang on their fridge or their car or something. And in case you guys are curious, these are the men's cuts. I like the like see-through sleeves. It's very interesting. I do really like the design of the 10K finisher shirt. It says toasted it. And I think that's just the front. There's something on the back too. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's got the snow G's on there. And then, of course, they also have their more general Run Disney merch that's not specific to any particular race. I do really like these shirts. I like the blues and the gradient on it. It's really nice. I know it's really hard to see because all the lighting in here is pretty much all blue. But yeah, it's like a bluish type shirt, and I really like it. Here's a look at the general Run Disney Spirit jersey. You can see it's a little bit of a tie-dye type deal. That's really cool. Here's a look at the back. Something Koda just pointed out, and I think it's really clever, is that the area where they're selling all the Brooks shoes, it's a giant shoebox. That is really cool. I like that. Okay, we have escaped the merchandise hall. Now it is time to pick up our bibs. So we need to go in here to get our bibs, and then the actual like expo convention is in this building. We're going to be going in there in just a little bit, but first, got to get our bib. You see, when it comes to the Run Disney Expo and picking everything up, it's just a lot of hurry up and wait. You're just going from one line to the next, to the next, to the next. So just be aware of that you're going to be doing a lot of standing and a little bit of walking around. Then again, if you are here to actually run and participate in the races, standing around and walking around shouldn't be too much of a problem for you. And take a look at that. They have character meet and greets. Down there, they have Mushu. There's also Olaf. I don't know who's supposed to be meeting over here. Maybe it's just a generic Lady in the Tramp photo op. I don't know. Still very cool. The lines do be long, though. Okay, so once you make it through the line over there, you're going to come into this room where you have a whole bunch of different sections over here for where you pick up your bib. So you're going to need your registration from online. It'll tell you your bib number, and you just go to the corresponding booth. So you can see over here all the bib numbers up top. And they also have it separated by different like races. So you have the half marathon, 5K, 2-course challenge, etc. And you go and get your bib. So I have mine. I am bib number 40461. I can show you my bib number because this is going up after my run. But still, somehow I'm in Corral A. I don't know how that happens, but I'm somehow in Corral A. So, hey, that's good. I'll get a nice little head start. And now that we have picked up our bib, we need to wait in this nice lengthy line in order to get into the expo to get our shirts. Like I said, it's a little bit of a process. Now, see, in my mind, it makes more sense to just give us our shirts when we pick up our bibs, but my conspiracy theory is that they're forcing everybody into the expo hall intentionally to walk past all the vendors to get to the shirts that are in the very back of the room. On the plus side, though, it is a really nice day. The temperatures are starting to drop a little bit here in Florida, and the humidity has gone down significantly, so at least we're not out here baking. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the expo hall. You can see the lines for the different photo ops over here for the different mileage. So, for example, you have your 5K over here for the 3.1 miles, and then it goes on with the different mileage for the 10K, half marathon, and challenge. So in case you're looking for a t-shirt pickup, they're going to be in the very back of the room. Thankfully, you can kind of scoot along the side of the expo if you're not really interested in looking at all the different vendors and stuff. But if it's something that you're interested in, you can go ahead and do that because they do have a lot of different things here that will benefit runners of any level. They also have different clothing items and other merchandise, things like that, things that you would need for your long runs, they have over here. So make sure when you guys come in here to pick up your shirts, you look for the signage up top that says 5K and 10K. And then on the opposite side of the room over there is where it's half marathon and challenge. But yeah, it's a bit of a cluster right now. It's just everybody going in every which direction. Like there's different individual signage for different shirt sizes, but everyone's just kind of doing their own thing, making their own lines. There's no real set line. So just be patient. And now that we are done, we have picked up our merch and our shirts. Time to make our way out of here. Also, I highly recommend if you guys are participating in any of the Run Disney marathon stuff, any weekend whatsoever, make sure you're taking your vitamins and you're drinking your orange juice to kind of boost your immune system, because personal space does not really exist in the building. You're going to be around a lot of people. A lot of people are going to get sick, and it's very typical for people to get sick and to catch a cold or something while here for the race weekend. So just bear that in mind. Before we head on out of here, you have the opportunity to get a look at the medal that you're going to be getting. So for example, I'm going to be getting the 5K medal right here, which is Mulan themed. They have all the other different medals over here. And you can also take a look at the course map. So you can see we're going to be starting over here in the Epcot parking lot and then making our way up and around the perimeter of the park. And then once we get past mile 1, that's when it's just a typical day and walk in the park. And in case you guys are wanting a general overview of the expo hall, this is what you can expect. Holy moly. It is absolutely crowded. It is jam-packed, slam full of people. And it's very common for some folks to spend like several hours in here. Like I know whenever Koda and her family come, they can spend several hours in here looking at all the different individual booths. And it's not just for shopping, but like a lot of the booths are also giving away free samples or like free treatments, you know, things like that. So it is beneficial for you guys to stay here and check it out. Me, on the other hand, not exactly a vibe. So I come in, I get what I need, and then I dip as fast as I can. Whew. All right, Expo was crazy, but we did it. We have all of our stuff that we need. So now all that's left to do is to run the race tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, good bright and early morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently just going on 4:45 in the morning, and we have made it to the start line of the Wine and Dine 5K. Was a little bit of a process to get here. We parked at about 4:15-ish, actually just about 4:10, and it took us a while to get here. So just be aware of that if you guys are planning on doing a Run Disney race, from the time you park to the time you actually get to the start line, it's not uncommon for you to take about 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get here with the walks and security and everything, depending on how far away you parked. But we are here. We are dressed and ready to go. We are here in support of Koda's mom, who is celebrating 5 years of being cancer-free, which is fantastic. I'm also rocking the tutu, so there's that for you. I'm sure you guys are going to see some pictures. This is going to be the first Run Disney race that I actually complete, because for the 10K, I never actually made it to a point where we passed any photographers or anything like that. So who knows? We might have some character stops. We might get some awesome pictures as a whole group, because we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of us here, all wearing the exact same thing. So it should make for a fun, you know, group photo and just an overall fun time in general. We are in Corral A. Again, I have no idea how I'm in Corral A, but we are here at the start line. We're getting ready to go. It's going to be a fun time. Let's go ahead and get this started.
You know who's not reclaimed? Our good friend Riley Claremont, who's down here. Now, did these folks all call each other Riley because they seem to be dressed alike? That's embarrassing if you just go up that way.
They're here for a very, very special reason, a victory, if you will. Tell us your story, young lady.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer during COVID, and I am now 5 years cancer-free.
I see the emotion on your face. I get all that. But when those words, are forming, I am 5 years cancer-free, is that impact ever going to diminish? How does it feel saying that every single time? This is why we want you to share your stories, Run Disney. Look at that. Give it up for this young lady. What's her name? Jenny. You've won the weekend already, young lady. That's beautiful stuff.
Danny, we are so happy and proud of you for being here. Have a great race. Thank you to Hubby too for being there as your support team. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my god, I almost went the wrong.
And our 5K begins. So the first mile or so of this run isn't going to be anything spectacular. It is going to take us a little over a mile to get inside the park, but Once we're inside the park, we're basically just doing a lap. We do World Showcase, then go through World Celebration or Future World. I still like to call it Future World, and then we're done. Also, the costumes that you see during these Run Disney races are spectacular. You need to keep your eyes peeled if you're spectating. Like, for example, there's a man dressed as Maximus over there. There's a Jack and Sally in front of us as well.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Now let's see your offense. Oh, I think my bunny slippers just ran for cover.
Another thing to note for these Run Disney races is that it's kind of an unspoken rule, or maybe it's a universal rule. I don't really know. I'm still new to this. That if you're slow, you stay on one side, and then if you're fast, you're on the other. And if you are going fast and you need to slow down, you raise your hand to let people know that you're slowing down, so that way you're not having people trip over you.
Yeah, come on!
Oh my gosh, they have Kristoff and the Duke of Weaselton. Wait, look at him. That is so funny. Love it. And just like that, we have reached mile marker 1. You can see we're right by Test Track right now. We're getting ready to head on inside the park. The cool thing about these races is that this is one of your only opportunities to be like properly backstage without being a cast member. So you normally never get this view of Test Track and the speedometer over there. That's really cool. And with that, we are officially inside Epcot. The rest of the race is just a walk through the park. Next character photo op that we have is Chef Goofy. It's really cool.
I'm still mad about that.
I love how she's dressed as a cow, holding a sign that says "Dishonor on your cow." Our next couple of characters are Mulan and Shang. Hold up. There you go. You can kind of see them. It's not Ping, but it's Mulan. So it is important to know that the lines for these character meet and greets can get really long. Like, we waited almost 15 minutes just for Mulan, and then we also waited for Kristoff and the Duke. So just be aware that you could be waiting a little while. The only reason why we're comfortable waiting in these lines is because there's no balloon ladies, there's no sweepers. People come to these races to take pictures with rare characters, so it's kind of a thing. So not saying that you can take your sweet time and just, take forever with every single character, but you do have time. You wouldn't catch me waiting in line for characters during a 10K though. Also, the girl ahead of us is dressed as a Great Stone Dragon. A little over halfway through the run, we have our first water station over here. I think our first and only water station, to be honest. You just kind of run up and grab it. Remember, kids, hydrate before you dihydrate. And here we are at mile marker 2. Babe, you're riding Guardians of the Galaxy. I love how the cast members of the different pavilions are out cheering on the guests, and they're wearing Pooh and Tigger hats. I love it. They're adorable. There are still so many people who are flooding into World Showcase right now. I don't feel bad for waiting for photos anymore.
I don't know what way you're trying to get this.
We made our way to the very front of the park. We're doing a loop-de-loop and then going right back in. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're making our way out of the park and we're nearing the final turn. We should be seeing the mile 3 marker very soon. We got a whole choir out here. I love it. Mile marker 3. Look at that. And the finish line is just up ahead.
Congratulations. Welcome to your finish line. Look at you, little one. How you doing? You feel good? Yeah? Good job. Good. We'd love to see it. Dave, you're amazing.
So a little pro tip from Koda is to bring like a little plastic bag or a reusable bag with you for the end of the race, because they start handing you a bunch of stuff. Start handing you water bottles, Powerades. We're gonna get a banana and a snack box here in a little bit. You're gonna run out of
metal, because the metals come in the plastic.
So yeah, you're gonna run out of hand space very quickly. So this is actually really smart. Good job, babe.
Especially if you're carrying props, you know, you need hands.
And with that, we did it. I finally completed a Run Disney run. I will say it's a heck of a, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean? Are you just being sarcastic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's definitely a lot less stressful than a 10K, but again, I feel like with my weight loss, I feel like a 10K is definitely a bit more attainable now. Not saying that it's going to be easy, because this one was a little bit easy for me. It really just felt like a walk in the park, but
It was chill. 5Ks
it
were
was
chill.
very, very chill. But in a couple months, well, not really a couple months, but April of next year, I have a 10K that I have signed up for. So fingers crossed, I actually make it that time. We'll definitely be trying.
It'll be a sad Tigger crossing the finish line.
Yeah.
If my poo, or are you gonna be eat or a poo to make it?
I'll probably be poo, to be completely honest. Yeah. But the video's not over yet. We're gonna go to, where is it, Animal Kingdom now, to get some photos and to just hang out and to check out some baby otters. So let's go ahead and head on over there.
As you board, please lower your head and watch your step. Push down on the handle and pull out on...
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Disney's Animal Kingdom. So a couple of things. Yes, I am not wearing my hat. I am indeed bald. Don't mention it. And then second thing, we are here as a collective group, and we don't really have a plan. We just know that Koda really wanted to come here. She wanted to see some animals. We, of course, wanted to get some of our medal pictures. So we're going to go ahead and just do that and just have a very leisurely afternoon over here at Animal Kingdom. Fun bridge, fun bridge, fun bridge. You haven't visited Animal Kingdom unless you went over the fun bridge. Woohoo! Going through the fun bridge tunnel, you are immediately hit with the smell of turkey legs, and I don't know why. Like, where do they sell turkey legs around here? So these fancy new microphones that I have from Hollyland, they have two settings. They have a normal setting where you can hear like all the ambient stuff, and then they have a noise canceling setting. They also come with wind muffs, but I don't have them on right now. So this is kind of a good test to see like how it works, because over the last couple of videos, I've been filming in the noise canceling mode and not really, you know, recorded in the ambient sound. So we're still in the process of testing these bad boys. All right, medal pictures have been acquired. We are walking towards the Asia section of the park right now. Wanted to give a quick update on the new Zootopia show that is going to be replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug. You can see the new marquee has been installed. It's chilling out right there. It does open in just a few weeks, actually. They are doing cast member previews here very, very soon, but unfortunately we are not going to be here for the grand opening. But I promise you guys, as soon as we are able to check it out, we will be back. Of course, we have Kevin walking around being adorable as always. It's kind of funny how every time we come to Animal Kingdom, we walk by Flame Tree and I'm like, oh, it smells so good, I want to get some. And we end up never getting some. Most of the time it's because Koda wants to go to Satuli Canteen, which is arguably a much better dining location and has better food, but you know, still, barbecue. I love it. I know he might not look that big on camera, but this Komodo dragon is huge. He's just taking a snooze right now. His eye's kind of open. Cuties. We can't tell anymore which one is Boxo and which one's the other one because they're both kind of the same size, but they're still adorable. Those are the biggest birds I've ever seen. Like, honestly, I find these more terrifying than ostriches. Holy moly, those things are so tall. In other news, Cali River Rapids is down for its annual refurbishment. It'll be open sometime soon, I'm not entirely sure. I don't really follow the refurbishment schedules too much, but it is closed as of the time of me filming this video. It is drained and they're just doing some general maintenance work. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take some time away from the group for just a little bit so that way we can do a quick update on Dinoland USA, or what it's being transformed to, Tropical Americas. Oh, I love this shot of Expedition Everest. Look at this. This shot of Expedition Everest right here is definitely one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. And my favorite detail is that this little shrine matches up almost perfectly with the mountain. Let's see if we can somehow manage to get it to work. You can see it almost. Look at that. That is so cool. Do you guys remember when this bar location over here used to be home to the Fast Pass ticket dispenser thingies? Those were the days. You know, it really is a shame that they kind of let this theater go to waste and they couldn't really find a show to really like catch on with the general audience and make this area popular and worth it. Like, they spent a good chunk of change refurbing this whole area and adding theater seating for Rivers of Light. What was it? Was it Rivers of Light? I think it was Rivers of Light. And then they also had the Kite Tales show, which was a whole different story on its own. But yeah, like, it just sits empty and abandoned. There's nothing going on here except they use it for like some covered seating to take a break, you know. It really is a shame. It really is. And I really am hoping that one day soon they find something that catches on. And I feel like if they were to drain this lagoon and turn it into a proper World of Color style show, or even add drones, that would be fantastic. And I feel like that would be a really big hit. Oh my gosh, guys, take a look at this. This talented cast member is making a little pumpkin Mickey out of twigs with a little ghost over here as well. How awesome is that? Heading on inside the former Dinoland USA, and there's no more dinosaur. The big giant dinosaur is gone. You can see all the construction walls are up with all the Encanto butterflies over here. All of this is being transformed into tropical Americas, which is going to be wild. A complete tonal shift from what we had before. Oh gosh. Hold up. Everyone's coming at me. It's a wall of people. Oh gosh. Let's get over here. Okay. So as you can see, we have a giant mountain of dirt over here. We also have a big crane. Construction is in full swing for tropical Americas, and hopefully it doesn't take 5 years to open. Yeah, we have a couple of backhoes over here, or diggers. I don't know what you want to call them. But yeah, this used to be Dinoland USA. This was Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama. It is wild to see all of this just completely flattened. So from this angle, you can still see the Welcome Center. I do believe that this was where Donald did his meet and greet, and back yonder that way, you can still see the gift shop is back there. I don't think those buildings are getting demolished overall. I think they're just getting redone to fit into the Tropical Americas theme. But still, it's wild because right over here, there used to be the two dinosaurs that said, "Welcome to Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama." It's wild. All of this is changing. And take a look at that. Speaking of Donald, it looks like he's still doing his meet and greet, just in an alternate location. Daisy just walked off in that direction too. And then as we make our way closer to the actual dinosaur attraction, we have a look at some concept art for the Indiana Jones attraction that is going to be soon replacing it. I do believe we did get a hard confirmation on when Dinosaur was going to close. I believe it was sometime in February. Either way, I do plan on being here for its final day of operation to say goodbye. It is kind of ironic that this attraction is now in its countdown to extinction. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. If you know, you know. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek inside the gift shop and see if they still have any of the farewell merchandise, because we know they had a restock not too long ago. Well, as to be expected, all the shirts are gone, but they do still have hats. You can see it says it's fast, it's a blast, and it's in the past. And then they also have these little water bottles. It's really cool. The future is truly in the past. Limit 5 per item per guest. Whatever. I hate that. Disney does absolutely nothing to help the reseller problem, because that's where all the shirts went. You can find them all on eBay, but whatever, it is what it is. And just so you guys know, if you are an eBay reseller, I have had many dreams of you slamming your pinky toe into the corner of your coffee table. But with that being said, it's only a 5-minute wait, so let's head on inside. Now, originally I wasn't going to be riding Dinosaur today, but Koda and her family are on the opposite side of the park because they really wanted to look at some gorillas, which, you know, by all means, go ahead, you do you. But they just texted me and said, hey, we're going to hop on Kilimanjaro Safari. It's only a 5-minute wait. So I was like, what the heck? Then I'll ride Dinosaur. Because I asked Koda earlier if she wanted to ride Dinosaur, and she said, no, I don't want to get whiplash. So now it's time for me to ride it.
and rare substance here on Earth, but they come in meteorites.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeker, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself.
You know, it really is a shame that with the exception of like peak times of the year, this ride is almost always a 5-minute wait. So I'm hoping that with Indiana Jones, it brings some new life into this attraction and ride system, and we have an attraction that actually is a people eater. But with all of that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and put my phone away because this thing is absolutely dookie in low light. So I will see you guys when I'm done. And lucky for me, it looks like I'm about to get a solo ride. Hopefully, maybe, there's more people coming. Into the ride vehicle I go. Yep, solo ride. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be crazy. Okay, for realsies, the phone's going away. That was 100% the most peaceful and most enjoyable ride of dinosaur I've ever had. That was awesome. I could actually like hear everything and not have other guests screaming around me, which, to be fair, there's an argument to be made that that is like part of the experience, but that was still so much fun. I absolutely loved it. Hi, Donald. Number one duck. So you guys can see the rest of Dinoland USA is behind walls. The only thing that is remaining is Dinosaur and Restaurantosaurus. Sooner or later, all of this is gonna close as well. Actually, this is a dead end. Never mind, I can't even go this way. No wonder why nobody was coming. Oh, hey, Mr. Squirrel. Hi. Anyways, back this way. I guess you can say Trilobites is also another remnant of Dinoland USA. Over here we have a look at the concept art for the overall land. You can see we have the Encanto attraction over here. We're gonna get a little carousel. We have the gift shop and stuff over here, I believe. And then the dinosaur replacement is gonna be Indiana Jones. Since the last time we were here, they completely demolished the bony dinosaur that was over here, and they have completely demolished the boneyard as well. So the only way you can get to the dinosaur attraction is to go around this way like you're heading towards Finding Nemo and then cut across. What'd you find?
Was it a bee? No. That's the bee. It's a Poosh sweatshirt. It's not the thickest sweatshirt, but it's got the little ears.
Aw. That is cute.
It's so cute.
Well, maybe if you're nice, maybe Santa will get it for you.
I ain't getting none.
Yeah, you're far from nice. I do like the Eeyore ears. These are pretty adorable. It's got the little tail too. Fun bridge, fun bridge, fun bridge, fun bridge. Whew. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in our hotel room, and this little bit of a crazy 5K weekend has come to a close. Like I said earlier, we are signed up for a 10K in April, and hopefully we will be able to have our redemption run and we will be able to finish that race. I'm really looking forward to it, but also really nervous at the same time. Again, just the fear of failure is just always in the back of my mind. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below on these new microphones that I got. The first half of this video was filmed with the noise canceling feature, and the last half has been filmed without the noise canceling. So let me know which setting you guys like more. Do you guys like hearing all the ambient noises going on in like the parks, or do you prefer just hearing more my voice and not really anything else? And just let me know your thoughts on the overall quality of the microphone as well. Like I said earlier, this comes from Hollyland, and this was about a little over $100, so honestly not bad. And it comes with two, so I could give one to Koda as well. And you can also hook this up to my camera. So eventually we'll be doing a vlog where we just hook this up to my like big camera and we test it on out. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching today's video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about today's video, and if you guys have ever participated in a Run Disney race before, let me know your experiences. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not really enjoy it? Will you be back in the future to try more races? Let me know. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, and evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.